Hey, Larry. Hey, Connie. Oh. What, Wilson? What, Wilson? Oh, this floor needs a vacuuming. Hello, Stella. So this won't be as short as yesterday, but probably won't be a marathon. I've got so much to do today. My brother's out of town. I have to go let the dog out at his house. My parents are going out of town. Got to go let their dogs out and feed them. I have to go to the pet store today. I got household chores to do. And I'm going to try to get out and metal detect a little bit in between. All work and no play. You know how that saying goes. What are you trying to do, Wilson? Yeah, I didn't realize I had to go to the pet store today until I got here, and I should have known yesterday that I've got to get these guys some more dry food. It's probably enough to get through tomorrow, but I'm not going to risk it, and I'd rather go today than go after work tomorrow. So I don't know what they're doing in the spare room over there. Hey, Charlie. The one thing I didn't have yesterday that I have today is Mr. Laser Pointer. I meant to bring it yesterday, and it was in Melanie's purse, and I forgot to grab it when I left. And I would have been here sooner, but I also hauled off all of our recycling. We kind of let it pile up this time, and had to get all that together this morning. And Doc got a little bit of extra food because Lily didn't eat quite all of hers, and I didn't want to put that little bit back in a can and refrigerate it. No, Connie, they used to years ago, but they don't anymore, but they have recycling bins set up around town, so we just take it there. You know, where we live, it used to be, for as long as I've been alive until recently, we had trash pickup or household garbage pickup twice a week, and we just had to put the bags by the curb. They just within the last 6 months or so have gotten us containers after years of people complaining about putting garbage out and stray dogs and cats getting into their garbage and making a huge mess. The city finally came through on that. The downside is they dropped pickup down to once a week instead of twice a week. But I'll trade that for a container. What you doing, Doc? Hey, Aaron. No, not with these guys out here. I'm not going to chase it that much. We got at least 3 inches, maybe 4 inches of snow at our house. No power outages or anything like that, so that was good. But well, the city is ill-equipped to deal with snow and ice and all that, so no. That's the most it's snowed in a long time. I mean, we'll get an occasional dusting or a flurry or something like that, but rarely does it accumulate like it did. I mean, there's still snow in my front yard, well, in the backyard too, all around town. Here at the office, they didn't get as much. Like I say, this is about 15 miles south where I live, but there was not near as much snow here as there was at our house. Stella's back there talking. She doesn't want him out here having fun. Well, if you listen to the weather folks here, it's very hard to predict. When it's going to snow and how much. I think their dilemma was the temperature. Somebody said if it was 5 degrees warmer, it would just be all rain, and if it was 5 degrees colder, it would have been like the largest snow event that we've had here in 100 years or something, but it kind of fell in the middle. I think we were talking Friday when we were here about in '93, we had over a foot of snow. That's the most I can recall. I think this is probably the second most. Well, I just don't have the proper attire for snow. I mean, I have a pair of boots, but they're not snow boots, and I have jackets and all that, but I don't really have what you would call snow gear. And hopefully I won't need it again. I used to love it when I was a kid, but now it's just like, why? I can't do anything. It just shuts everything down. As we said Friday, they're not even equipped with salt or anything like that for the bridges and the roads. They just put some sand on it, and I don't know what that's supposed to do, but I guess it does something. Better than leaving them without anything. And we got an Amazon package. I have not brought up here yet. We'll probably do that tomorrow when Melanie is here. I put it in the truck, but I have not brought it in yet. I figured she wanted to be here. Lily, do you want it? Hey, it's up here. Behind your head. She's up there talking, but she doesn't want to go for it. I'm not sure if I'll be back up here this evening or not. I may, my coworker offered to help a little bit since I got so much going on today and yesterday with the snow and everything. But I may ask her to come up and feed later. We'll see. Yeah, I wanted to get out and do some things yesterday. I try to get out at least once a week and metal detect somewhere. Couldn't really do that yesterday. I think I went out for like 40 minutes and decided this is too gross. In some places the snow had started to melt a little bit and it was just a muddy, sticky mess. So I just went back home. Honestly, I'm not sure right now, Connie. I didn't even look. I got up and started getting things together and just went on my way. It's cold. It's not as cold as it was, but it's cold. It's probably supposed to get up into the mid-upper 40s today, if I had to guess. Maybe 50. It hasn't been warm enough to melt off all the snow yet. I know that. And I guess you guys saw, I know you did, Connie, because I saw your comment, Percy's picture from yesterday. I exchanged messages with, there was a man, a woman, and a kid. It was supposed to, she said it was supposed to be their little girl's cat, but Percy has adopted her and follows her around everywhere. Said they were concerned at first because when they brought him home, he just kind of hid under their bed. He didn't want to come out, but after 2 or 3 days, he warmed up, and now he's the old Percy again. And they kept his name. She said they figured since that's the name he knew, they just left him as Percy. Yeah, the thought had crossed my mind about how these guys are going to do in a new environment, being that they're not, 10, 12-week-old kittens that are just resilient and unfazed by anything. But I guess they'll all be like Percy when they have a couple of days to acclimate. They'll be fine. That's terrible, Aaron. You can get it, Clara? Come on, Doc. Get it. Clara is showing you up, Doc. I hear you up there talking, Lily, but you won't come down to get it. Why don't you come down here? She's a little grumpy, like she gets when they're out. I think she's less grumpy about these guys and more grumpy about Stella because Stella just has it out for her. Oh, and if you're looking for a laser pointer, I highly recommend that. They're on Amazon, but this is way easier. Hey, Wilson. I'm taking a break. Can't keep my finger out of the frame. Very true. I will cast my ballot. I'm not sure. We're having the office Christmas party in Birmingham on Tuesday, so I don't know if I'll go before I head to Birmingham or before or after I get back into town. Just kind of depends. I don't want to go all political, but I bet you can guess who I'm not voting for. It's just been a big mess. But we're used to being embarrassed around here, so nothing new for us. Well, again, I don't want to get too political, but I mean, aside from all the other stuff that's come out during that campaign, I mean, that man has been thrown out for defying federal court orders as Chief Justice of the state Supreme Court. That ought to be enough. And there's that saying about people who live in glass houses. Well, if he had never heard that saying, he's lived through it during this campaign. But I digress. All I can do is cast my vote, and hopefully people will use their sense and not vote just because of the letter next to their name. Are you going to go after it, or are you just going to sit there and look at it? Same here, Connie, but in Alabama, so many people just vote straight ticket regardless. I wish they would have open primaries here in the state where you could vote for whoever you wanted to in the primary, but they don't. You get one party or the other. Stumpy, don't do that. if you ask me, I think corporate money should be taken out of politics altogether. Make everybody raise money from individuals and put a cap on individual giving. Here in the state, I don't think there's even a limit on how much an individual can give. I think they finally put a cap on corporate contributions. And they've done a couple of things to kind of clean up how people were hiding money and all that stuff. With political action committees, they used to just sorry, Larry. I'm getting off the rails here. I used to be able to get them to jump up on the door or the wall or whatever. But now they just stop at the base of the door and they don't jump anymore. Yeah, he's big. I've been kind of impressed with him though, being that I only came up once yesterday, I left extra food in the feeder and there was still food in the feeder when I got here today, so he didn't totally just pig out and eat every bit of it like I expected him to. He might have eaten a lot, but definitely didn't eat it all. No. No. He's got a little bit of pudge right there. That's all right, though. He's not morbidly obese yet. I've seen cats way bigger than Doc. I'm not sure what's going on with that, Fern. Oh, and FYI, Larry, you were talking about the copyright thing. I didn't get a copyright notice on the stream when I had the music piped through that, but we got a copyright claim on the close-up when the music was playing in the background. Universal Music Group didn't like us playing Here Comes Santa Claus during the close-up. But it said, don't worry, you're not in trouble, you haven't done anything wrong, but they filed a claim on it, so any monetization will go to UMG. Whatever. Yeah, and that's where I was confused. I didn't know if the actual room stream would be affected, but I guess once we end the live stream, it goes up like an uploaded video, so they run their scans or however they do it. I'm not sure how it works. Stella. Well, Fern, I know the camera in Stella's room went down sometime this morning. I fixed that when I got here. I'm not sure what time it went down. I didn't check it when I got up this morning since I was coming up here anyway. I guess we'll put these guys in their room and see if we can let Doc run around and see if Clara wants to. Lily, I mean. See if she wants to chase it for a minute. You guys want to come in here? Oh, Stella saw it. She acted like she was going to beeline for it for just a second. Yeah, I loaded that up with a different browser. Chrome kept having issues where something would crash out, or I don't know what was going on with it, but I'm using a different browser with it now. Back up, Lionel. I gotta get one more in here. Come on, Wilson. I think Wilson is wised up to this trick. Well, maybe we could just pick him up and put him in here. Come on, Wilson. Oh, come on, Wilson. This is the only way I can let the cats out here go after it. I hate to do this to them, but try to give everybody an opportunity to run after it. Especially the one that needs the exercise the most. Gosh, we're almost at 30 minutes already. Time got away from me. Lily, you can come down now. You too, Stumpy. Come on, Lily. She's so reserved about it. Are you done already, Doc? Claire says I'm not. There we go. Finally got a jump out of them. Yeah. Doc's here and Claire's there. Lily's still thinking about it. Fern, one thing I've noticed about Chrome with streaming stuff, if you don't clear out your browser cache, not sure how you're supposed to pronounce that, periodically, it will clog up. I don't know why, but I've noticed that with other live streams and watching sporting events and stuff like that using Chrome. Just periodically clear it out and it works fine, but I use Mac computers, so I started streaming things with Safari instead. Which is what I did. I had been using Chrome for the stream out here. I switched over to Safari and it seems to be doing better so far. Doc, you're letting your mom run circles around you, literally. Well, it is now 12:15 and I have a bunch of stuff to do, so I guess I'll go ahead and wrap today. As I say, I may be back up here later. I'm not sure. It just depends on how much I get done and when, as to whether I ask my coworker for some help this evening. Here's Stumpy. Haven't seen much of her today. You're welcome. Oh, you're fine, Larry. I've consciously tried to keep my political views out of all this, but when it comes up, sometimes I have a hard time holding my tongue. We'll do better from now on. Melanie would have slapped me had she been here for doing that, so my apologies. But yeah, you may see me in here this afternoon. You may see my coworker, not sure yet, but either way, we will do this again at 5:30 tomorrow. So thank you, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow. No worries, Connie. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. We'll see you guys tomorrow.